Let me ask you this. Do you like Gannon as a defensive coordinator?
Defense coordinator. Yes, I do. I do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he's got. I mean, right now, because look all all the new guys that we have there, which I'm very excited about what's going on there, and I can't wait to see this upcoming year. I'm gonna keep it in a microscope and everything.
Yes, sir.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome back in Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. Rob Ellis, Derek Gunn, Barrett Brooks. Looking forward to speaking with our next guest. We had him on a couple months ago, and there he is, Trent Cole. Trent Cole, for those who don't remember, and if you don't, shame on you, played with the Eagles from 2005 all the way up till 2014. Finished his career with the Colts last couple of seasons, but it was a sack machine, was a disruptor. He had 90.5 sacks in his career, 85.5 with the Eagles during that span. Trent, welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for having me back, guys.
Trent,
what's up, bro?
Yeah, man. It's been a lot of good things going on. We're just getting prepared for this. This big camp we're having. It's a camp that gets me getting back to football, guys.
There you go.
Up here.
Tell us about it a little bit, Trent. What do you have going on, man?
Yeah, well, it's a defensive camp that we're having at Total Turf here. It's coming Monday and Tuesday in Pittman, New Jersey. And it's going to be occurring in the afternoons. And, they can go to thehunter.com to check out. And also registration is open. If anybody want to know, it's open right now. And, there's still time left to register and stuff. But, I'm looking forward to having a great camp with some other fellow teammates as well. Former teammates like Quentin Michael and Brandon Graham and Hollis Thomas and some other great athletes in the surrounding areas that are locals as well. So
awesome.
I'm very excited about this because these kids are going to get it's going to open their eyes to the professional level of of the professional playing level. And and we're hoping to impact, most of these kids, and hoping these kids is going to go back and impact some of their teammates as well.
And that's the thehunter.com. So for people to know, go ahead, guys.
That's great, man. You're muted, bro. You're muted.
I pulled Barrett Brooks again. Dog.
Trent, we're trying to help Derek with the mute button, man. He's got problems. All right, we got to figure this out. Yeah.
Old school mentality. Yeah, that's that old school mentality. We got to get into the come on.
I'm gonna have to change it from the Barrett Brooks mistake to the D Gun flop. But Trent, I heard you guys have had such a good response to this camp that you opened it up for 7th to 12th graders instead of just high schoolers.
Yes, and the reason why is because we had it open to high school at first, and then we got all these requests of just middle school. We were like, man, this is unbelievable. And I know in the next meeting, and I got to talk to a couple of my teammates, and and Hollis Thomas made a great point. He says, I've been around a lot of camp stuff and stuff, but man, he says, if you can open it up to middle school, and that's what we did. And man, we couldn't believe the turnout of how many people in middle school, how many parents and a lot of people cared to try to get these kids out here that were in middle school to get them to come to this camp, because you don't see too many camps around like the South Jersey area, especially at this level of what these kids are going to be taught at. Like, we're not holding back here. Like, we're going to be giving them everything. When I lined up as a defensive end or D tackle or wherever I was playing, where they had me at, they're going to get the mentality how I was thinking, what I was seeing. Well, I mean, the small things of an offensive lineman having his feet close together, telling me, give me an idea. It's probably there's a big chance of it going to be run, or when his feet's wide, I knew I'd get ready for pass. You know what I'm saying? So I need to get in rushing form and get my mindset and have a mindset. That's just part of being a natural pass rusher. And like I said, they're going to get this professional level, and this is what I want. It's just it's also awareness for just football in general. And saying in the area.
That's cool, man. I know Jerry. Jerry's a really good guy, man. I'm glad you got with him, to have this camp, man. Jerry from Total Turf. But
Yes.
I mean, at the
Yep.
end of the day, that area, Pittman area, around that whole area, man, there are a lot of kids that, need that type of camp, because they don't have a lot in that area. And a lot of those kids are coming from situations where, they want to learn. They're yearning to learn. So that's pretty cool, man. Just you being there. But, just coming from you said Brandon Graham's going to be down there, man. That's to me, man, that's the best, because, you can't have a better guy at teaching young guys, how to, take things to the next level. But how are you thinking, he's going to do as far as, maybe probably changing positions, like mid game, having to adjust to being an outside linebacker to a defensive end rather.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's just this first camp's a start, And like I said, I have so many things else in mind I want to do as far as like when we go take the next step to produce camp. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to produce in the next camp we're going to produce, and also produce an offensive camp as well. But the next camp, like you said, there, Brooks, I'm gonna bring in the offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? In the next camp, offensive linemen, and let them get a
I'll be ready.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, I already got some ideas. Right? You're at the top of the list, buddy.
Hey, Trent, what made you decide to wait until now to do a camp like this?
It just, I just, after retirement, so you got to kind of settle down a little bit, reflect everything, and just to get a beat on everything, what's going on in life. Sorry about that. Oh, there it is. My light. Turn the light off. But get a beat on life, and it's I get to get back to football. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting into football. I don't have to tell you how much I love football. All you got to do is just watch the way I played. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say to you. You know what I'm saying? And I played with fire and passion, and I left it on the field. I played with everything. I gave my teammates everything I got. You know what I'm saying? And my coaches and my franchise. And it gets. And then we was all sitting around with Vinny Curry and my colleague, my business partner Michael Clory of Headstrong, and we were sitting there eating dinner one night, and we were talking. And Mike Howard had said something to me about a camp. You know what I'm saying? Because he's he's an athlete as well, and he's big into sports as well. And we're talking about a camp, and all of a sudden Mike had said something about it, and then Vinny pops up and looks at me. Vinny gives me that crazy look. He gave me a crazy look. He says, "Oh no, you got to do this. You got to do this." He says, "A camp." He said, "That would be awesome." You know what I'm saying? I mean, just to see him light up like that. You know what I'm saying? Fellow teammates, to see just him light up like that, and that just gave me so much more energy. This is coming from Vinny Curry. You know what I'm saying? Just to know that, you know what I'm saying, he wanted. I mean, I think he wanted it. He wanted me to have a camp. I mean, as bad as, you know what I'm saying, I think bad as me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was just to see him light up like that, and I said, okay, we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and now I'm just like very super excited about this, because we get to teach, you know what I'm saying, kids, you know what I'm saying, to try to be successful like we were, and also give these kids a head start. You know what I'm saying? These kids are about to get a head start. They're going to be impacted by this. If these kids come as when they go back to their team or wherever school they go to, and they go back there, they're going to see a difference. You know what I'm saying? These kids, I mean, the coaches are going to see a difference. And we're hoping that their teammates is going to see, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because what we're giving them can turn these kids into leaders. You know what I'm saying? Because people are going to be keeping an eye on these guys, because they're going to see that, you know what I'm saying, their whole train of thought of when they approach the game is going to be different.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Let me ask you, Trent. We are kind of debating the way that the Eagles will utilize Hassan Reddick. He's a guy who had 23.5 sacks the last 2 years, Arizona and Carolina. He's kind of a hybrid linebacker, DN, edge rusher. He was a linebacker in college. What do you think the best way to utilize him is going to be for Jonathan Gannon in that Eagles scheme for the defense?
I mean, you gotta put him in position, and you know what I'm saying. It's more of a put him in position, and it's going to, like I said, it's going to take time to find that. You know what I'm saying, to where the right time. It's the right time. You know what I'm saying? The right timing for him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just going to take time because you got new pieces to the defense now, and they got to all learn how to gel together. And like I said, it's going to be more of a it's going to be this camp coming up. They're going to it's going to be crucial for them because they got to find a way to gel in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and
short camps, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and when you got new guys and new components, you know what I'm saying? They got to learn each other. You know what I'm saying? They got to learn how to play with each other. They got to learn each other, knowing how, you know what I'm saying, what's this guy's, this guy's fast or quick and when he's going to be where he's going to be at in a timely manner. And that's how they just kind of learn each other and how to feel each other. So it's more with him, you know what I'm saying? It's going to this camp's going to be crucial, you know what I'm saying? And finding where, they need to place him at, you know what I'm saying? And on what down, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I can't give you a real, my real opinion on that,
Well, do you like? Let me ask you this: do you like Gannon as a defensive coordinator?
Defensive coordinator? Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he's got. I mean, right now, because look all the new guys that we have there, which I'm very excited about what's going on there, and I can't wait to see this upcoming year. I'm gonna keep it in a microscope and everything.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, like I said, I think it's gonna be a great year.
We'll steal Barrett's phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal his phone.
This is the government, man. This is that New Jersey.
Go do your thing, man. Well, Trent, let me ask you. So, looking at this team in general, you talked about some of the moves they made. They've drafted Jordan Davis. They get Kobe Dean, the linebacker out of Georgia. How much better do you think this unit is going to be than they were last year?
I mean, I think they're going to be a lot better, a lot better. I mean, they got some great new additions to the, to that team. That I mean, I was like, wow, this might be a great year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they got some young guys, but these guys are talented. You know what I'm saying? They brought some talent, and they brought some guys that, and also other than, you know what I'm saying, as far as like young guys, they brought some guys in there that to make this thing go. Like, I mean, these guys look like they got great character. I mean, on and off the field from what I've seen. And, you know what I'm saying? And you need that to gel, you know what I'm saying? Because you only got so much time to gel when it comes to this camp. And that's all you got, you know what I'm saying? So these guys got to buckle down because they do have an opportunity, even though they're a fresh new team, you know what I'm saying, to really do something.
Hey, Trent, do you still keep close contacts with a lot of people in your organization just to get a feel for what's going on day in and day out with this team?
Yeah, I got some people I talk to here and there, but now, you know what I'm saying, I kind of, you know what I'm saying, I stay out the, you know what I'm saying, I don't really dive in there, you know what I'm saying, and ask like that, you know what I'm saying. I kind of just stay out now and I watch, you know what I'm saying. I watch the side, see what, you know what I'm saying. I see what I see, and you know what I'm saying. Somebody asks, if they ask, hey, I'm gonna give them my honest opinion about it. You know what I'm saying. Everybody knows me. I'm gonna give you an honest opinion, and I feel like that I could give a great honest opinion about if I seen a player or, you know what I'm saying, a defensive player, defensive end, and what's his strengths and what's his weaknesses and stuff. And I think I could be very, very, very good at that. You know what I'm saying, of observing that.
Let me ask you, Trent, toughest guy you went against. I want to ask you this in practice for the Eagles. Who was the toughest O lineman that you dealt with on a day-to-day basis? He's smiling. And then I want to hear who the guy was who was an opponent. But for the Eagles, who was the toughest guy you went against?
I'm gonna put it like this: Jason Peters. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me say it's Jason Peters. And he's probably my all-time best offensive lineman in the NFL.
Wow, that's high praise, man.
This man was he's just unreal. He's a freaky nature, man. He's big, fast, quick. You know what I'm saying? This man, if you're a defensive player, he's running with you at 10 yards, 10, 15 yards with you. He's coming with you. You know what I'm saying?
Supreme athlete.
That man's gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? And you know when I play against, but the thing is with him, I always wanted to go against the best, you know what I'm saying, the best offensive line I could find on the field. Yeah. That's my mentality. You know, I was coming after the best guy. You ask anybody to play with me, I wanted to line up against the best guy we had on that field in practice. Okay, I did not care, and I wanted. I mean, it was we were going to butt heads. We might get in a fight after it. It didn't matter. Like I'll tell you, they knew my mentality. Who wants to get better? You know what I'm saying? And I knew I had so many chances and opportunities during that practice to get better during that week. You know what I'm saying? And most of a lot of times you're standing on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? You know. One thing they used to hate was 7-on-7s. I used to hate them. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate. I didn't get no action. We didn't get no action. You know
Who was the best player you played against on different teams?
Yeah, non-Eagle.
Oh man, there's a lot of guys like I like Chris. What's his name? Chris Samuels.
Yeah. From Washington.
Former Redskin. Yeah,
Redskins. Chris Samuels. I like this game. You know what I'm saying? I like this game. I'll say. Who else would it be? I would say, what's his name from Seattle?
You talking about oh my goodness,
Walter
Jones.
Oh my God, Walter Jones. Let me tell you something, Walter Jones. Walter Jones, man, he was quiet. He was the most quietest guy, so he kind of confused me every time I was like, I couldn't like read him. He gave you nothing. He was just a silent bear just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Just silent. You know what I'm saying? Big old bear, just silent. I'm trying to read on him like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't get no energy off of him. I couldn't feel nothing. I couldn't. So when I would rush, guys, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would be productive, you know what I'm saying, times on him. But when I would rush, guys, I would think I made it to the quarterback, right?
Right. And then he comes out of nowhere.
To the quarterback, right? Without thinking I'm about to go touch the quarterback, I'm like, oh, I got him. Man, freaking Walter, he would have a head on my hip. He would have a head. All of a sudden, I feel a head on my hip. And I'm thinking I'm going to get the court. I think I'm homebound to the quarterback. He just put me right on by him. I mean, he pushed me right.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, he was just like this silent. He just a silent attack. Just it'll attack you silent. You know what I'm saying? He was just like a silencer, you know? But,
hey, Trent, I'm sorry. Who are some linebackers that you always watch closely when you played?
Who would I would say? Oh man, it was hard to. But if I can't really remember on that because I was kind of threw into what I'm saying, a situation that hey, I never played linebacker before, like at the position I played it at. You know what I'm saying, at the production of that, but I came through and did well and didn't. You know what I'm saying, I didn't fail. I didn't fail, but there was quite a few linebackers I did look at. I forgot, man. I ain't like to dig, and I forgot, but I did look because you know what I'm saying, I was this type of guy. I was like, hey, I'm put in position now to play linebacker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to mount up to it. Hey, I'm gonna do what they tell me to do and do my job. And if they say play linebacker, I'm gonna play linebacker. So there's a lot of changes that had took place to get to that. You know what I'm saying? To get to linebacker form. You know what I'm saying?
How long did it take you to get used to
that? It hurt. I didn't like to. The process did hurt. It hurt for a little bit because it was a lot more running involved. A lot more, you know what I'm saying? A lot more. You had your stamina. You had to get your stamina up. You know what I'm saying? So what I did, I was get up at 4 o'clock in the morning with my wife. We were going to the gym. I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm running. I'm on the treadmill running, y'all. I'll never do that. Get for the 4 o'clock in the morning running on the treadmill.
In the morning.
Yeah, neither do we. Don't worry.
I don't even go to bed till 4 in the morning.
Exactly right. I don't run at 4 in the afternoon.
But thanks to my wife, she gets up at 4 a.m. before she goes to work to go work out before she was going to work. And I would get up and go, man, because I had I just had that motivation to say, hey, I'm going to be the best I can be. You know what I'm saying? It was fun to me when I went to that linebacker position. Like, I think I had a great time in that linebacker position because it was something new and it was just a challenge to me. It was a big challenge because I'm the type of guy that's like, hey, I don't see my opponent as a challenge. I see myself mentally as my biggest roadblock and my biggest challenge.
Let me ask you, you crossed over for a couple of years with Brandon Graham, correct?
Yes.
What was it like playing with him?
I'd say this. The first thing I'm saying about is he's an awesome guy. And everybody will vouch for that. Most people will vouch for that. He's an awesome guy. And you know what I'm saying? He's always been a teammate. He's a brother of mine. You know what I'm saying? As well. You know what I'm saying? I think of him as a brother. And I'll tell you this, when he first came in, and I seen, I said, this kid's he's the one. He's the one. I even said that. So he's the one. He was a great player. When he came in off the bat, came in his first year, I thought he was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? They were just them guys, the one guys that were just great players that could play ball. Like when we came in, we were all starters from first to fourth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it's just, it just levels to it. And, everybody knows how this game works. And, but you know what I'm saying? His and I always would tell him his time will come. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell him his time will come. I said, and your time's going to come. And he probably can tell you that his time will come. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's done a hell of a job. He's had a great career so far. You know what I'm saying? He's got the Eagles their first Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a legend in this city. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend.
Yes,
and that's what I could say about, you know what I'm saying, with Brandon, man. This is a great powerhouse type player. Like, I mean, just probably one of my strongest teammates I ever played with.
Awesome. Well, let's give Xander. Let's throw the information up there again for Trent's upcoming camp, which is coming up the 27th to 28th. What's that? Tuesday? I'm sorry, Monday and Tuesday this upcoming week with Total Turf, Pittman, New Jersey. Trent Cole, defensive football camp at thahunter.com. That's with an A, hunter.com. You want to talk about a place to get your technique down, to know what it's like to be an NFL player, to be taught by the best. You got some youngsters out there. There's still spots open, man. Get out there. Trent, we appreciate it, brother. Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Take care. You got it, man. That's Trent Cole. Good stuff. Yeah, you think about it. You got an aspiring defensive end or defensive lineman. That's the place you want to be, man.
No question.
You're going to learn from the best right there.
And that's a big thing, man. Just learning from. I didn't have that opportunity growing up, man. I didn't have Anthony Munoz or anything like that. No camps with guys. But you have guys right there, Pro Bowl players coming to, teach you the game. As a young player, high school, junior high. I mean, there's a wealth of information you can have. So I'm glad he's doing stuff like this. To help these young guys.
That bit of training, even though it's minuscule, that bit of training can help guys who are on the fringe of being D2 players elevate to maybe low-tier D1 players, and players who go from not even getting looked at to be D2, D3 players. Those schools give scholarships too. You look across the NFL, everybody didn't come from the big schools. There are a lot of players that came from 1AA schools, Division II schools. So, you get training from Pro Bowlers like this. Hey, every little bit helps, man.
Amen.
We got two kids from Sanford right now.
Yeah,
they're playing for the Eagles, right? Two kids from Sanford.
Michael Strahan, wasn't a Division I player.
Yep.
Brian Westbrook wasn't a
How
Division.
about DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, the list.
Jerry Rice
from Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah, the GOAT himself. Yeah, there's no doubt, man. They'll find you, man. They will find you if you can play. Trust me. Talent rises above all that kind of stuff. Flacco won a Super Bowl. He played at Delaware, right? I mean, we could go
exactly.
Oh yeah, we go on and on. We had Rich Gannon on yesterday.
Yeah,
who won an MVP, played the Super Bowl, who played it there. That's no knock at Delaware. It's a great program, but if we want to talk about Division I, there's no question. Yeah, it's fascinating stuff, man. With Trent, good insights too on how the Eagles may utilize these guys and the upgrades that they've made in this offseason. All right, so we'll step aside, guys. We'll come back. We'll dig a little bit deeper into the Phillies. Coming up at 2:00, Rich Hoffman Jr. from The Athletic. We'll talk NBA draft tonight and what the Sixers may end up doing and what trades may go down. We'll jump around the league, too, because former Sixer Jeremy Grant got traded yesterday. What moves are coming from other teams as well that could impact the Sixers in a lot of different ways. So we'll do that when we get back. Derek Gunn, Barrett Brooks, Rob Ellis. We are Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. All right, I got to fill you in here on Pro Action Restoration, because Pro Action Restoration could be that lifeline that you need if you're having issues. Look, we got crazy weather today in the Philadelphia area, a lot of rain. And we know sometimes, unfortunately, that can cause some flooding, some damage to your house, some water problems. I've gone through that personally, and it is no fun. Trust me when I tell you that. It could be your home, could be your business, could be a property that you own, whether it's water, fire, smoke, mold damage. Whatever the case may be, they can help you with it. And Pro Action's on call 24 hours, 7 days a week to assist you. I called them on a Saturday. They were over there immediately, cleaned it up. Great price, reasonable. Crew is professional and clean. They're licensed. They're bonded. They're fully insured. They've been serving the tri-state area for more than 2 decades. ProAction will also work in conjunction with your insurance company. Again, whether it's water, fire, smoke, mold remediation, if you're not really sure if they can help you, just reach out. They'll let you know. 610-623-3760, 610-623-3760, or online, proactionrestoration.com. That's proactionrestoration.com.